Une immense fierté et une grande émotion.
It is with great pride and emotion that today we solemnly announce a historic breakthrough for our country, the success of the very first Burkina Faso kidney transplant. This intervention took place yesterday.
To NGO issues, there are so many things I had. Initially, when the NGOs came in, when we started, they didn't want any oversight function. They didn't want us to know where they were going to. We had issues with that because now they will go into the enclave of the terrorists and go and treat them. You are treating the same people that is attacking the communities.
Welcome to Afriplus News Channel, your #1 source for in-depth African affairs and professional news analysis. If you are new to this platform, kindly take a moment to like this video, share it with others who need to hear these facts, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a relevant update like this one. In today's broadcast, we analyze a significant double development out of Burkina Faso: the successful completion of the nation's first ever kidney transplant under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, and the government's firm stance against foreign interference, exemplified by the suspension of the NGO INSO for unauthorized operations. These events mark not just a turning point for the West African nation, but a deeper transformation in how it positions itself both medically and politically. What does this mean for the Burkinabe people and for Africa at large? Let's unpack this together. On Tuesday, July 29, 2025, Burkina Faso completed a major medical milestone, the first successful kidney transplant in the country's history. This procedure was conducted at the University Hospital Center, U in Tengendogo. It was the result of close collaboration between Burkinabe health professionals and Turkish medical experts. The country's minister in charge of health, visibly moved, praised the Burkinabe medical team for their exceptional competence and resilience.
It is with great pride and emotion that today we solemnly announce a historic breakthrough for our country, the success of the very first Burkina Faso kidney transplant. This intervention took place yesterday, Tuesday, July 29, 2025 AUCH de Hanojo, thanks to a close collaboration between experienced Burkinabe and medical teams that conducted this operation with great success. Doho Sonra Bobrek Alici. The kidney we transplanted completely foncitient.
29 juillet 2025 au CHU de Tengango.
Nel.il no problem. Everything turned out very well. And as I told you just now, with a team that is well prepared, with a team that works well, it's impossible to have a bad experience, a bad operation. It went very well, and I thank the team who came in because their race was doing very well. Finoyadoro hazale clarisin tesica ediorum, bondan sonora de becerala deliorum. We just offered the treatment offer for the management of chronic end-stage renal failure, the renal transplant that did not exist at all in Burkina Faso. It is a first and it is a success. So, as a urologist having participated for Dumilvin Kota training, in recruiting patients, insomnia meetings, and it's a huge joy for us as a urologist, as a doctor. This joy of course is not limited to doctors urolog.il. There is, of course, as much, although she is a nephrologist, a biologist, an immunologist, and the paramedical staff. That's why it's so historical that, I wanted to participate, so to attend, not to participate because I didn't operate, so, to attend the different stages, so the removal, so, of the kidney, so I'm the donor, rather, she's a lady. And then, the kidney implantation, so at the level, of the receiver, to say that today we can do the final transaction in Burkina Faso and still also buy a piece of land to us. I think that as a first person in charge, it is a very great joy for me, it is a very great joy for me for the populations. It is a very great joy for my teams that made the poetry of being able to perform this kidney Burkina transplant. It's true that the kidney transplant plan is not new, but I think it's been 13 months, the authorities have put the means and are committed to achieving these results. I would like to make a very special mention to His Excellency, the President of Faso, Head of State, who himself instructed us to operationalize Law 038 and who allowed us to have.
But what does this achievement really symbolize for a nation often portrayed as under-resourced and conflict-ridden? Could this mark the beginning of a larger national health renaissance? Is Burkina Faso quietly proving that genuine independence and excellence can be homegrown rather than imported? Viewers, what message does this send to young African medical students and aspiring health professionals across the continent? Does this act signal that African countries can finally begin to reverse the long-standing cycle of medical tourism and brain drain? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Your voice matters in this conversation. This medical breakthrough does not stand alone. It is emerging from a broader national vision shaped by the revolutionary leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Since taking office in 2022, Traoré has increasingly emphasized national sovereignty, self-reliance, and strategic partnerships that do not compromise national dignity. The medical sector is now beginning to reflect that philosophy in action. Should other African nations emulate this kind of bilateral cooperation that empowers local professionals rather than rendering them spectators in their own systems? Let's hear from you in the comments. On the same day this historic surgery was performed, another story unfolded, one that reflects the government's stance on foreign presence and national data security. The Burkinabe government announced the suspension of the foreign NGO INSO, International NGO Safety Organization, for allegedly collecting sensitive data without official authorization. The suspension is for 3 months with the possibility of renewal. This is not an isolated action. Since 2022, Captain Ibrahim Traoré's government has taken several measures to reassess and regulate the operations of international NGOs and foreign institutions on Burkinabe soil. The justification is often national sovereignty, self-determination, and the protection of critical infrastructure and data.
Ibrahim Traoré has suspended 4 NGOs claiming that these NGOs are spreading false information about Burkina Faso. Now, it's alleged that these NGOs went ahead and said that Captain Ibrahim Traoré is not letting democracy to take part in Burkina Faso, whereas citizens from Burkina Faso have always defended Captain Ibrahim Traoré that he is the best leader in Burkina Faso. These NGOs also claim that Captain Ibrahim Traoré is using his office to kill the citizens of Burkina Faso. And they also went ahead and said that Captain Ibrahim Traoré is the worst president Burkina Faso have ever had. And due to that, Captain Ibrahim Traoré decided to chase all these 4 NGOs from Burkina Faso. And he said that he don't need any help. If they thought they were helping him so much, then they should go and help the countries that they are coming from. Burkina Faso is well off. Burkina Faso is richer than those any other countries that they are coming from now.
But here lies a serious question. How many foreign NGOs in Africa operate with unchecked access to local data, without any real transparency or accountability? And what risks does this pose to national security, civil stability, or even to citizens' privacy?
To NGO issues, there are so many things I had. Initially, when the NGOs came in, when we started, they didn't want any oversight function. They didn't want us to know where they were going to. We had issues with that because now they will go into the enclave of the terrorists and go and treat them. You are treating the same people that is attacking the communities. You tell them no, that you are neutral. How neutral can you be? We've had situations where allegations of arms, them conveying arms to us just to make sure that the war continues. We've had situations where they will tell you they are taking food to communities. Halfway, they tell you the trailer has broken down. By next morning, the trailer is empty. And that vehicle that is broken down, the driver will just go and drive it and take it back. So what had happened? You have funded those guys. You are taking care of them equally. We've had several situations like that. So we said, no, it can't continue like that. And that's why we insisted with the state government that, look, the state government must know what's going on. So if any NGO comes, it must be registered. We must monitor what's going on. We've had situations where NGOs will come in with unidentified individuals entering communities. You don't even know what they're doing. They don't have NGO ID cards. They are not part of the government. Who is taking them to? What are they going there for? And so by the time we start monitoring what they were doing, we noticed things started getting better. So which means something is going on somewhere.
Are African nations merely charity recipients, or have they become data mines for the geopolitical ambitions of foreign powers? Can Burkina Faso's decision inspire a broader continental review of how NGOs are monitored and what kinds of data they are allowed to handle? Your thoughts on this are critical. Do you think this was a justified move, or do you think it might limit genuine humanitarian efforts? Drop your opinion in the comment section, but always respectfully. This dual event, medical advancement on one hand and regulatory assertiveness on the other, encapsulates the trajectory Burkina Faso is taking under its current leadership. It reflects a shift from dependence to dignity, from reactive governance to proactive nation building. Whether it's health, security, education, or digital sovereignty, the administration seems to be positioning Burkina Faso not as a passive actor in international affairs, but as a decisive one. But can this momentum be sustained without triggering greater opposition from entrenched global interests? What price will Burkina Faso pay for choosing independence over appeasement? And can the people remain united behind this vision, even in the face of potential isolation or external pressure? Let us not forget that development is not just about hospitals or policies. It is about political will, civic consciousness, and national identity. Is Burkina Faso slowly carving a new model for African sovereignty in the 21st century? These are questions that deserve deep reflection and open dialogue. As we reflect on these powerful developments, we urge our viewers not to be passive consumers of this information. Engage with it, reflect on it, and above all, participate by sharing your thoughts in the comment section. What is happening in Burkina Faso is not just local. It carries implications for Africa's broader journey towards sovereignty and innovation. Have your say, respectfully and insightfully. Do you believe Burkina Faso is setting the standard for a new kind of leadership, or do you think the challenges ahead may overshadow these achievements? If you found this analysis valuable, kindly support our work by joining our channel membership. Your support helps us continue to bring you these professional and courageous analyses. You can also give us a super thanks if you feel inspired to encourage our efforts. Remember to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to Afriplus News channel for more updates that matter. Disclaimer: this video is for educational and informational purposes only. All opinions expressed are based on publicly available data, official statements, and third-party news reports. Afriplus News channel does not intend to promote misinformation, incite unrest, or misrepresent any individuals, institutions, or nations. Viewers are encouraged to independently verify all claims and contribute respectfully to the public discourse.